Hey girl, let's go. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading between you and your person. Now, when it comes to any of my readings, though, I'll also leave a link to my general weekly ones for your zodiac sign, Capricorn, if you want to check that out. But as I was saying, when it comes to any of my readings, rely on your intuition because you know your situation better than I ever possibly could. Because, put it in perspective, I'm just a man reading you some tarot cards. So, if you find some cards that do resonate with you, I would love for you to leave me in the comments below what card called out to you the most, what one was your aha moment. That's how I keep up with y'all, is through letting me know how the cards resonate with you. Now, if you do enjoy this reading and if you find that it did give you a sense of direction, I would really appreciate it for you, Capricorn, to give me a like and subscribe because it does help out my channel a lot. And I'm super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me. But yeah, when it comes to this type of reading, I'm not here to make the decision for you, right? I'm just here to present the perspective through tarot and through spirit, and it's up to you to finally make the final decision on what to do when it comes to this person. I'm just here to present what's going on, at least on an energetic standpoint of what's going on with you and your person. So don't ask me what you should do because I ain't gonna tell you. So Capricorn, let's get into your reading now. On your side of things, we have the Two of Wands rather. Two of Wands, where it's just like almost like some of y'all you're considering moving on. Some of y'all you're just assessing the situation, and like I feel like for some of you guys, Capricorn, y'all have felt a little bit disempowered. So this Two of Wands comes in of where it's just like you have been kind of reminding yourself of like the full package that you are, right, Capricorn? Maybe when it comes to this connection, you've been for a while it's been kind of affecting your self-worth in some type of way. That's what I'm getting. Death card comes in on their side of things, so something's ending. I don't know if it's in terms of this connection and what's going on with y'all, or something separate. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, so there is some forward movement. But we'll see. Let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on here. All right, Seven of Swords. Oh, Capricorn. I see this as somebody who kind of is trying to figure out who is on their side and who isn't. And so when it's in regards to this situation, you're almost trying to figure out, like, is this person for me or isn't it for me? This crow in this card of the Seven of Swords is letting me know, though, almost as if it's like it could be a two-parter where it's just like you're ignoring your spirit guides trying to shout out to you like, girl, listen here. Or you're listening to them, right? You're listening to your intuition and you're just going with where they're trying to guide you. And it could be trying to guide you out of this situation, out of this obsession or this interest in terms of this person here, this current person that we're tapping into. We have the Two of Wands coming in as, again, for your clarifier of the Two of Wands. So again, more of an affirmation and more reinforcement behind you're just really in this state of like, it's almost as if, Capricorn, for some of y'all have been in this situation where it's like you are putting or associating so much longevity or so much seriousness in terms of this connection, and something's happened where you have to shift in direction, or movement's happening, but it may not be movement towards this person, but it actually could be movement away from this person. And it's just like you're in this like consistent thought process of figuring out what is your next move, what do you do next, right? Some of you guys, you don't want to make a decision quite yet because you don't know what's the right next move is for you. So let's get one more clarifier for you. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is letting me know, I really do feel like, at least in these cards, Capricorn, you're kind of washing your hands clean of something that you've been investing a lot of your energy into, and it could be this person. Like, you're kind of just done with it. You're trying to move on in a whole new direction. It's almost like you're listening to spirit in a way where you're just like, okay, maybe it's almost as like spirit has left you signs and you're taking those signs of like moving on, which is good, right? I don't really see like any self-doubt, at least in these cards, where it's just like you feel like you're making the wrong decision. I don't feel like you feel like you're making the wrong decision. I feel like you're really in tune with yourself right now. Let's get some clarification on their side of things with this Death card. Eight of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I mean, this could be two ways. One, I mean, this could be like someone like losing their job and then having to go back to the drawing board, right? Or when I say job, I guess it could be like talking about like losing a person, right? If, especially if you do move on from this person. But I do feel like there is some type of like end of a phase with them in terms of self-development, and they do have this Four of Pentacles energy where it's almost like stale energy. So it's almost like they had some, like, how do I put this? What's an analogy that we can use? On their side of things, it could be like a situation of where it's just like they're used to being like a player, right? And I'm not saying this person is, this is just the essence of like the example. They're used to being like a player and they're just like sleeping around a lot. And this death card happens where it's just like they have like, they end up contracting something. But instead of instead of learning from the situation, they just become a sitting duck in this energy where they just kind of repeat that cycle for some of them, I feel. So maybe that's why you kind of are realizing they're a lost cause, or they're just repeating cycles and you're just not interested. They're showing that they're not trying to grow no matter what happens to them. Five of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here, Capricorn. I really don't see a future when it comes to this person that we're tapping into here. I don't see potential when it comes to this, because it's like they're so in their head, and not in a good way. They're so in their head because it's like, oh man, like it's continuing on with that analogy, Capricorn. It's just like, oh man, how did I contract this disease, this sexual disease? How did I attract herpes, right? And it's like they're not realizing that they're the ones doing this in the first place, right? They're not aware of like their actions have consequences almost. And so it's like they're just kind of in this stalemate. So take that as you will, right? Some of y'all might be perfectly fine with that and down with that. But I don't see growth. That's what I'm gonna be honest. I don't see growth, at least on a personal level with them. And so like you have to figure, even though there's nothing directly talking about with you in specific, Capricorn, you kind of have to like look at it and be like, okay, this person's not learning from their toxic situations. And so it's like, do you want to sign yourself up for that, right? Let's get some clarification on this Four of Pentacles. First clarifier, we have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, you're definitely reconsidering your options, right? Because you're almost done sitting and waiting for this person. You're done being in this stalemate, and you're almost just like, okay, like what are my other options? What else can I do? And maybe you're not even moving on from this person, but you just want to remind yourself that you have options so you don't have to keep waiting for this person, right? Capricorn, so I like this energy because it's letting me know you're choosing to no longer be stuck on this person. We have the Four of Swords coming in as well. So even though you're considering, like, this is letting me know someone that's considering their options, but it sucks and it hurts during the process, because it's like, for some of y'all been waiting so long for this person, right? The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, y'all invested so much time, energy, and emotion into this person, and now you have to walk away from it because you realize it's a stalemate. It freaking hurts, right? It's hard to stomach for some of y'all, and I get that, right? But I do feel like it's extremely important for you to remind yourself that there are other fish out in the sea, right? That there are other options for you to take. And the Seven of Cups doesn't have to represent a specific person, right? The Seven of Cups could be talking about other avenues where you could invest your energy into. Maybe you've been so busy focusing your energy in terms of this person, but maybe you could just start focusing your energy in terms of your career or into yourself even, right? What I'm really getting from this is just like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because that's what the Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse, is like someone that put all their eggs in one basket and now they're kind of regretting it. And they're kind of having to just like uproot everything to move to something new. The final card is the Lovers card. So this is letting me know, kind of shutting me down in the sense of what I said earlier with the Seven of Cups. It doesn't have to be with other people. This Lovers card's coming in where it's just like, one, Lovers represents a decision, right? So you are going to be making a decision in terms of this situation this week. I feel like it's kind of essential for you to do. Now, with this Lovers card with the Seven of Cups, lets me know that there are other suitors out here for you to consider. And maybe you didn't ever consider them or notice them before because you were so stuck on this person prior, Capricorn. But yeah, just some food for thought in that regard. I do feel called to pulling. What card do we want? I was actually messing with this animal deck earlier. So let's pull one final card for you, Capricorn, of this, see if we can get some guidance from Spirit on what you could be doing, right? One final card, and we have the Owl. I was anticipating this card, actually. Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. It's almost like you see clearly now once you assess your situation, once you figure out other options, and it's just like it starts making sense, right? So if things are not making sense for you, if things are kind of feeling a little bit hazy for you, Capricorn, when it comes to this connection, I feel like it's time to move into something new, and like no longer ignore the red flags or pretending the red flags aren't there just because you don't want to admit the fact that like you did like some type of I don't want to say bad investment, but like you put a bunch of energy into something that you now have to uproot, right? So that's the messages that I have for you this week, Capricorn. Hopefully it was helpful in some type of way. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe if it was, but I love you so much, and until next week, bye, Capricorn.